once mighty army of Azeroth lay among the blackened and charred remains of Stormwind Keep. Those that escaped fled across the Great Sea, bringing tales of the suffering they had faced at the hands of the orcish hordes. Eager to engage in battle once again, the orcs constructed ships of war to bear them across the Great Sea. The orcish warriors yearned for the sounds of battle to fill the air and looked to the far horizon for new blood to spill. Using the weapons forged by their new allies, the humans made haste to prepare for the onslaught. While dwarven cannon were being loaded, others armed themselves with elven steel and mail. United in arms with new allies against a common foe, mankind stands at the shores of destiny and awaits the coming of the tides of darkness.
And welcome, this is BellerScuba with Let's Play Warcraft II. We are getting back into the Warcraft series. I will be starting this with the Tides of Darkness, of course. This is the main game. Beyond the Dark Portal is the expansion. The way that I'm going to be doing this is I will start with the human campaign. I'll do one mission, and then I will do the orc campaign. Once again, one mission, and then I'll bounce back and forth between the two of those until the Tides of Darkness is complete, and then I'll head off to Beyond the Dark Portal. So, like I said, let's get the human campaign started. That is where we're going to be starting.
Due to your position as regional commander of the Southern Defense Forces, Lord Terenas commands that you raise an outpost in the Hillsbrad foothills. It is rumored that orcish marauders have been raiding coastal towns in the area, but whether these attacks are part of a greater horde offensive is as yet unknown. Your outpost is to provide food and information for Alliance troops, and as such, should be a community consisting of at least 4 farms. You must also construct a barracks in order to safeguard the Hillsbrad operation.
Sounds simple enough. Create a few farms, get barracks going. Sounds good to me. Alright, just like the previous game, we need to get started by sending a peasant to get me some gold. We're also going to need to train more peasants to do that more.
As you wish.
We have footmen still in this
sire.
game. We also have
As you
town
wish.
halls and peasants. A lot of this should look pretty familiar if you have played Warcraft 1. There will be, of course, some good updates to this. We'll go over that right now, actually. The first one I want to go over is in order to multi-select, we can just click and drag a big box around, people.
Yes, sire.
I love it. We can also hotkey these guys. For instance, I'm going to hold Control, press 1, and these guys are now set to hotkey number 1. So if I select something else and I want to select them again,
Your
I
command.
just hit 1 and it is done. Also, I can now have them attack move.
Yes, my
Just
lord.
go over there and hit anything that you might encounter along the way. That's what attack move does. I send them somewhere,
Yes, my lord.
and if they encounter something along the way, they'll try to kill it. It is fantastic. And it's pretty much how I'm going to be doing this game
We are
from this
under
point
attack
forward.
at once,
Is
sire.
always attack move. Okay, you did not get him fast enough.
Hello.
You need to go back to the
Alright.
mine, and I need to get another peasant. I'll probably stick with 4
Your
peasants
orders.
here. I don't know why I did that. I could just hit 1. Actually, when you're here, you can just double-click your hotkey. So for me, it's 1.
Your command.
And it'll center on those guys.
At once,
Very
sire.
nice little
Ready to serve.
way of managing. What is? kind of a hard game to manage, or at least Warcraft 1 was. So they simplified it a bit. You don't have to be as on top of it as you used to, but it does give you the opportunity to do kind of bigger and better things as a result.
Yes, my lord.
So that's one of the little changes. There are quite a few little changes.
Yes, my lord.
Let's get you guys down there. Oh, there's another guy.
Yes, sire.
You stop.
Yes,
Oh,
yes.
I lost one. I lost one. I couldn't get what I wanted, but I
Yes,
still
my
got 2
lord.
guys at very high health, so things will still work out well for me. Oh, they've encountered another grunt here.
Attack.
It will tell me when I'm under attack. All right, you give me another farm. I'm gonna need another peasant. How many is that? I believe that is 4, so I should be good there.
Yes.
You guys
Yes,
start
my
heading
lord.
up. I think there is still just 1 grunt for me to take out. There he is. You don't have to take these guys out. I do, because I like doing stuff.
Hello.
I'm also gonna need some
Alright.
wood. Also, you notice that I can actually build a town hall in this. That is good.
My
That is
lord.
very good. I will most likely be
Yes,
using
my
that
lord.
quite extensively. I'll be building other town halls so that I can get resources more quickly.
Yes.
In terms of the lore, I will link the introduction manual in
At
the
once, sire.
description.
Yes.
There isn't really that much that changed on the... Can I build another farm? I need 1 more thing of gold. There isn't that much that changed on the human side lore-wise. Just know that there is now a contact that Medivh had to
Your command.
the orcs, that he had contacted
Yes, my
somebody on the orc side. And that would explain a little bit more about what is happening on the orc side. Like I said, I will link it. It's got a great set of stories. The Alliance one, as it turns out, we're on the Alliance now. That is not as long as the orc story, but I think it's still well worth
At
the
once,
read.
sire.
If nothing else, there are some great pictures in there, some illustrations from the Warcraft team that I think are definitely well worth the time to look at, especially the ones by Chris Metzen. I gotta say, I like those ones better. I don't recognize the other guy's signature, to be honest with you, but I recognize Metzen, and that is honestly my favorites of the 2. All right. Now we got everybody moving. We got the 4th farm built. I don't necessarily want to make any more peasants because it's going to cost me more gold than it's going to be worth. I need 2 more things of wood. Getting wood takes a lot longer than getting gold in this game, as you might expect. But I do want to get, it looks like, 3 more things of gold. Not necessarily in order to just build the barracks, but I also want to show another trick that you can do in this game. Alright, looks like I got just enough gold for 4 peasants and the barracks and everything that I wanted. Alright, start building the barracks. I still need 1 more thing of wood. Yeah, they'll still try to walk back to the mine, or at least 1 guy will. Yeah, 1 guy walks back to the mine, and then once he gets there, he's like, oh, I should probably do something. So he starts chopping wood, which is not necessarily what I want him to do. What I want to do is have these peasants help build this barracks. As you can see, it's not building very quickly. However, I'm going to need wood to do that. I need both gold and wood to help build something that costs gold and wood. So as soon as that guy brings another thing of wood back, we'll be good to go. You can see the barracks is starting to take shape here. You can cancel it, get some of your stuff back, but I mean, that's the objective. Also, you can head down here, get more points by... Alright, there's the wood. You guys start helping out. If you really need to build something fast, this is a great way to do it. Kind of the best way to do it, really. Alright, you go up there and you help as well. and we should be able to get this done pretty quickly. Yeah, if you want to get your points up, though, you want to get all the gold, you want to mine out of there. You're also going to want to get all the wood here. But I don't care too much about points. I'm just trying to get through these easy missions, because these are basically the tutorial missions of the game. There's still a little bit of a delay, but we are victorious nonetheless. And that is human mission number 1 down. I'll meet you at orc mission number 1.
The Horde is preparing to launch an assault against the mainland of Lordaeron. Orgrim Doomhammer, war chief of the Orcish hordes and ruler of the Blackrock clan, has ordered you to establish a small outpost on Lordaeron's southern shores. To secure the Zuldair region as Doomhammer demands, you will need to construct a barracks and several farms to feed your troops. Your success may help us determine the extent of the pathetic human defenses and what resistance they can offer against our forces.
So essentially, from the orc side, we need to do the exact same thing that we did on the human side. We might as well try to get that done. All right, there is my peon, not peasant. And here's my great hall. Let's make a new peon there. All right, I can select all of my grunts here. Remember, they're not footmen, but essentially everything kind of functions the same. We have pretty much the same goals in mind and everything. So no need for me to really go over what new changes there are, because these guys all function the same. Hey, we do have a new enemy though, an elven archer. As you can see, without any kind of defense, these guys are still pretty weak, but they are elven. Apparently, only the elvish people know how to string a bow. I never set these guys as my hotkey, did I? All right, now that is done, and we can clear out the map, killing everything that we find as we go. All right, go way over there. Are you done yet? Why are you not done yet? You should be done. These are pig farms as opposed to the regular farms that we had with the human. Outside the names, you know, they all kind of function the same. All right, you get me more gold. How are you guys doing? I don't know, like there. I don't think it matters too much. Just don't get sniped by anybody. Oh, we got another footman. Well, a footman. And we got him. And oh, we got you guys. Oh, they found somebody else, another archer. And without somebody blocking him, they don't have too much capabilities of taking us out. I don't believe these guys will go and attack you. These things, these single enemies that we are finding out in the wilderness, I guess you could say. I don't think they'll come and find you. I think that ultimately, if you leave them alone, they'll leave you alone. But why would you do that? Do you really want to sit here and watch the guys get gold and wood all day? No.
We're being attacked.
Hey, you'll be fine.
Ready to work.
Oh, there we go. Oh, I need one more thing of gold. I lost a guy again. You guys are fine, though. They keep on focusing on the weak one. I didn't think they actually did that. It must be random. It's got to be random. Or I'm just not micromanaging properly, which is honestly a possibility as well. I will say that if you are interested in orcs and their lore in this game, I would highly recommend reading the instruction manual. Once again, it's linked in the description straight from Blizzard. Like, Blizzard still hosts the file, and you can read it. They've got an extensive lore this time for the orcs. We learn a lot more about them than we knew before, definitely. Shit, I need somebody harvesting. Give me some wood. I'm probably gonna need 2 guys on that. There's a new character. The orcs have been retconned a little bit, if you ask me. Some people disagree and say that the Warcraft lore is incredibly consistent, but I would say that it's been retconned a little bit. There's a new character. His name is Gul'dan, or Gul'dan. I've heard it both ways. I think it's supposed to be Gul'dan, though. The character is now essentially the Medivh of the orcs, to put it way too bluntly and oversimplify it way too much. He's
Work complete.
the big bad evil guy, and he is supposed to be the strongest mage ever, and he actually writes the introduction for the game. He writes about his doings during the events of Warcraft 1, even though he was not mentioned in that game whatsoever from either side, which is why I say it's a bit of a retcon, but once again, people kind of disagree with me on that. So if you are interested in that, there's a ton of information about him and what his motivations are and what essentially he's trying to do in this game there. Once again, with great illustrations by Chris Metzen and the other guy whose name I could not get based on his signature on the little illustrations, which, like I said, they're awesome too, but I don't know, I like Metzen's better. It's probably just a stylistic choice. But with that done, we're essentially done here as well. Very simple tutorial missions to start the game. Get the barracks, get the farms, and you win. Killing everybody is optional, but oh so satisfying, so I would not recommend that you skip it. Oh, I ran out of lumber? Really? I used all 100?
Work complete.
Alright, well, there we go, and now I can make grunts if I wanted to. They do take up one thing of food. But we are done. We have won, haven't we? We have. Now I'm going to save this one on screen. These early missions, I don't really care too much about the score, like I said, but they are going to be interesting later on. I'll just save this one on screen, like I said. I have the lamest names possible for these saves. But here's the victory screen that you do get. We will see the human ones afterwards. Like I said, it doesn't even feel like I won. You know, I built a couple things. That's not necessarily what I wanted in terms of a victory. But we will see the human ones after this. For those that, you know, don't understand all of this, units, that's how many units I had / built. So I had 7 overall, 6 buildings. I harvested 2,600 gold and 300 lumber. No oil, but we haven't really gotten to oil yet. I killed 4 enemies. They killed 1. They only had 4 units, and I killed them all. Raisings is when you destroy a building. You raise the building. R-A-Z-E, as opposed to like lifting it, which would be R-A-I-S-E. Anyway, that is going to do it for this part of Let's Play Warcraft 2. I have been BallerScoop. I've been joined, as always, by both orcs and humans today, as well as a couple elves that I killed. Hope you guys have enjoyed this part. Hope you laughed. Hope you learned. Hope to see you next time.